happening, good people? What's happening?
What's going on?
Man, welcome to another episode of Big Bro Dem Podcast, man. You know, the host, Big Bro, that boy Dixie Trill, and we got a guest in the house. None other than the legend, DJ Cooley C. What's happening, big homie?
Yeah. What's up, fam? How y'all doing tonight, man?
Salute.
Yes, sir, man. Everything good, man. You know, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. You know, I want to first give honor to God, man, for making this thing happen. You know what I'm saying? And you know, good brothers like y'all, man, for you know, supporting the movement, you know what I'm saying, for the native ATLians. And man, you know, it's a pleasure and an honor to have you on today, Cooley, man. Like I grew up, like, man, I grew up listening to your sound, paved the way for so many, you know, and it's an honor to have you on today, bro.
Hey, man, it's an honor and a pleasure to be on your show, man. Thank you for having me.
It's an honor to have you on the show.
Man, and we find this pretty interesting, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man, let me ask you this off the rip, man. Look, when you produced the hit, Can't Stop No Player, did you ever think that it would be one of the most iconic Atlanta rap songs of all time?
Honestly, I knew it would be a game-changing song. It was planned. It's taking a up-tempo vibe that, you know, Atlanta was kind of known for.
Right.
And a different element to it. And if you hear it, the beat is driving, but it don't have 808 in it. So
wow.
It wasn't a quote-unquote bass song. It was an up-tempo song with some fly brothers who was tongue twisted. Just something different for the Atlanta scene and the Atlanta sound. So yeah, right. I knew it would be game changing. I didn't know it would get the commercial success that it got.
Yeah. It's still playing right now. You know.
And you know, at that time, man, you know, they wasn't looking at Atlanta as, you know, music forefront. You know, we were still these country niggas, you know, doing country music to them. We were really locked out of the majors. You know, it was only a handful of few that was in the South. And then even less that was in Atlanta that had a major reach. If you wasn't really affiliated with So Def or The Face, you was going through Ichiban, which is considered a major independent, but it's still an independent. And their philosophy was not really to make a hit record. They didn't want, so the song had organic legs. You know what I'm saying? It just, and Atlanta's so supportive, you know, we just gravitated to each other, man. So I salute Atlanta for helping that song be what it is. You know what I'm saying? And then it spread out like Memphis, man, and a lot of southern states and southern cities, man. They just really attracted to it, man. Picked us up, man, and carried us.
Yeah. Right. Yep. Yeah, man. It was definitely a game changer, man. And you know, we was speaking earlier about how back then, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we had a movement, you know what I'm saying, but you were very instrumental in starting the movement to where it got to the Dungeon family and Crisscross and, you know, all of those people. And most people, you know, when they talk about the early ATL hip hop, they always mention, first people they mention are the Outcasts. You know, you'll hear Crisscross, you know, you'll hear Arrested Development, but people don't really talk about the Hard Boys and Ghetto Mafia. And CMP and you know, Damage and you know what I'm saying? You know, you always hear Sade and you always hear Kilo name in there, man. But you know, and salute to those brothers because they,
they got out now.
Exactly, man. And you know, so how was it? I mean, how do you feel, man, being one of the, you know, forefathers, man, to you know, get ATL to, you know, the crisscross? Like, how do you feel being one of the pioneers, man?
You know, honestly, man, at the time when we started, man, we was just little kids, you know, with big dreams. Right. And so we didn't, you know, see ourselves as forefathers and, you know, breaking open the doors in this industry. We just loved what we did, and we tried to, you know, make something out of it, man. So we was chasing the dream, man. And at that time, you know, being young in the game, you wanted to be the best. So we'll spend tons of hours practicing our skills, practicing our craft, trying not to sound like the next person. You know what I mean? Even if we took some of the same samples, some of the same loops, we would still try to give it our own identity. So to see Atlanta grow, it was a good thing because, like I say, they wasn't really fucking with Atlanta, man. Excuse my French. Messing with Atlanta, period, man. Listen, when we did the Hard Boys, and shout out to Dave and Joe, we had money behind the project, but the project was independent.
Wow.
And so as they were shopping the project around, you know, we had interest, and one of the interests was Capitol Records. So they sent this A&R guy down, and he was like, man, y'all hard boys. You know, you talking about street and gangster stuff. Like, y'all ain't gangster, man. Y'all need to talk about things y'all know, like eating grits and fish, bro.
Right.
Hey, man.
It was something new. They ain't never heard of that coming out of ATL, you know.
Because I was like, man, take this dude to Techwood. See if he say that shit again.
For real.
Take him to Bankhead. Take him over to Carver Home. Take him anywhere in the city. Take him to the Bluff.
Right.
See if he say that shit again, man.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So that helped shape the sound of what we was doing with the Hard Boys. Like I had a plan on, because I knew we didn't have the respect.
Right.
But so I had to show them, man, we just as talented as the next people, as the people on the West Coast, as the East Coast. So you'll see a lot of similarities in that album of what was going on, like rocking the breaks with the turntables, the scratching, with the samples, man, and you know, chopping it up and just being real creative on that sound.
Right.
And then behind that, and that was really out of anger. And
right.
Behind that, the second project would be more of a Hard Boys Atlanta sound, but we never get to that point.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow, man.
Okay.
Let me ask you this, man. So, out of all of the hits that you made, what's your favorite?
What's my favorite? It's a good question, Pat. I don't know, man, because I listen back on some of the stuff now, and I critique myself, man, and I said I should have done this instead of that. I should have used this sound instead of that sound. But I would say some of my favorites. How about that? Can't Stop No Player, Get That Bitch, and Paper Chase off The Organization would be. In my top.
Wow.
Love in the Mouth by Kilo is definitely on my top. As far as Hard Boys, man, we had a song called Sawed Off Pump. That was
Woo! Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's what in Mission to Nowhere. Oh! You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, man, Mission to Nowhere, bro. Oh my God.
Yeah, it was wild. Yeah.
I'm finna trip y'all out with something right quick.
All right. Oh! Hey, look, you see that little logo at the bottom, that itchy bottom?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Hey, man. Look, for everybody out there, Big Bro still got his cassette tapes and everything, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm talking about this here ATL 4-4, man, all day long.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
What's
Yeah.
up, Dixon?
Yeah, man. I want to ask you a question too, man. Did you ever experience any kind of dark times in the music industry? Because sometimes you have your up times, and then you have some times that hey, it's sort of like a struggle or something like that. But so did you have any type of dark times, struggles in the industry?
Let me start by saying this, man. Through my whole career in the music industry, I never, myself personally, never got a major deal. I got major placements, but I was seeking a major deal. I never got a publishing deal. So to me, it was like, man, what is it that I'm doing? Why, this industry ain't really, fucking with me the same way that they, especially with a lot of people.
Exactly.
Even when I did, and I had some interest, man, in some labels up in New York. Excuse me. And it was like, man, he was like, man, you really a unique guy, man. He was like, I've heard of you, but I don't know you. So they were saying, man, I was a known unknown in the major.
Wow.
So I was like, no, but how? So what happened to, in the industry that I didn't get the break that I was looking for? So that would be my down. That would be probably one of the most depressing things that happened to me, man. The ups, learning, man, and working with different artists, man, and doing what I love to do, and being able to even make just some money with it, man, is a blessing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never really got into a situation where I had to, go to the streets, man, to provide for myself and my family.
Yeah.
Turntables, and I let the drum machine do that, man. So it's like it's a blessing, but at the same time, I don't feel career-wise. I just reach full potential where I think I could have.
Exactly.
But it ain't over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. It's never over. It's never over. So let me ask you another question, man. What was now I'm gonna say it like this. In today's and times, and even back then, what artists that you really wanted to which artists that you really wanted to work with, even from now and back then, that you might not have a chance to work with, or you were happy to work with, or
I like artists. I like a lot of R&B artists from back in the day. I always wanted to do something with TLC. They was great. I love them. Artists, other artists that I wouldn't have mind working with was like a lot of West Coast artists. I like their vibe. With the Death Rows and even the Eazy-E's and their era. Because one of my favorite producers is Dr. Dre. Now, I had the opportunity to work with 2 Live Crew. And Mr. Mix is definitely my beat mentor, man. Like he's one of the most underrated producers and beat makers in the industry. Period. The 808 King is what he calls himself.
He
really is the 808 King. So being in the studio with Luke and the 2 Live Crew, man, was like it was a dream come true. And
hey, man, I know it was phenomenal, man. Because if his concerts was anything like what he might be doing in the studio, I know it was lit.
Right, man. But to be honest with you, man, the studio was quiet, bro.
Okay.
Inside the studio, it was a real work environment, man.
Business.
Yeah, it was straight business on Biscayne Boulevard, and it was just us with the engineer. And Mixer come through, man, and I chop it up with him, man, pick his brain. 2 Live Crew, man, we got real cool with them. Poison Clan, them my dudes, man. That was like the start of my career as far as a solid, real major placement. And it was a pivotal point for them because they was going through all the lawsuits and going to jail and everything was going on with them right there. And with the 2 Live Crew, man, and their plight with the industry, if they had lost their court battles, there would be no cuss words in rap music, man.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. That's crazy right there.
And we talking about,
Yeah.
you know, just history and rap itself, man. So to kind of be a part of in the movement, not really a part of the movement, but helping with the sound of it, the soundtrack behind it, man, you know, it's just a blessing. And I'm gonna say this, man, I think I'm not sure now, we can do the research. Me, Mike Fresh, and Rodney Terry were the first 3 producers out of Atlanta to bring home a gold record in hip hop.
Wow.
Exactly.
That is big. That's big. That's big.
That's before the Jermaine Dupri. You know, shout out to Jay.
Right.
That's before Dallas Austin, and he's more of a R&B producer. But with the 2 Live Crew, and that's producing on that Band in the USA album, I think the gold record home first.
Wow, man. Wow. Yeah, that is big, man.
That's real big.
Yeah, that's real big. Hey, let me ask you this, man. So I know you. Okay, so back then, all right, you know how hard it was for, like you say, producers like yourself to get put on. You know, now these days, you know, a lot of these producers, I think, now this just me, I think a lot of them kind of got it easy. You know, as far as beat making, you know, back then, you guys had all of the, you know, you had the, you know, a whole instruments and a whole lot of equipment, the SP12, and you know, the way you guys recorded. Now they could just download Fruity Loops or whatever,
and digital beat.
Exactly, and boom, boom, boom. So, do you think that some of these producers of today could endure the things that you guys went through back then?
That's a good question, man. And I'm gonna be honest. I think being a DJ and a producer, if that's in you, you kind of cut from the same cloth. So yes, I do think that they would have found their way back then if they had to use hardware as opposed to software. Find a way to do what they, you know, want to do. I don't think it's easier because now we in a digital domain kind of world. We more on the internet. It's easier to access the sounds and the instruments that you're looking for. If you got a pretty good computer or even an iPad, you can put it together. That's the blessing. You know what I mean? Right. But if they was in a situation where they had to get out here and they had to accumulate the sound, the hardware to get the sounds that they was looking for and needed, I think we are cut from the same cloth if they desired it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because even downloading the software, a lot of these cats, man, didn't have the computer. So they had to find a way to get the computer, or they had to go to one of their friends' house. So that's the ambition. Then they had to download the software and put the time in to learn. Excuse me, y'all.
What you got?
Hold on, Chris. They had to put the time in to learn the programs. Then they had to fish around the internet to get the right sounds. Now, you can say, all right, I want a little baby drum kit. Cool. Download it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's still knowing I like that sound. I'm going for
right.
It. What VSTs they use? Omnisphere? Okay, cool. How you get that? Damn, I can't afford that. I'm cracking.
Right.
How you get to that? All right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so it's still a learning curve behind all that. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, we are the same. It's just different eras. So I think they would survive. Now, some of the guys, now I'm going to DJ. I'm gonna shift the gears real quick.
Okay.
So DJing.
Right. Wow.
No.
Why? Why? I'm curious. I'm curious to know why. Tell me why.
I can take any device and I can download YouTube videos and no skills. Maybe I can talk some crap a little bit, get drunk, play some music, and that's all it is. You know what I'm saying? The art of the craft.
Right.
They're not picking up the torch and running with it. You know what I'm saying? So programs like not Serato, because you take skills with Serato, like Virtual DJ.
Okay, gotcha.
Version of Virtual DJ. You go to a club on and say, hey man, I'm a DJ, I got music. Club owner don't care.
Yeah.
They don't. Music going, hey man, how much you want? $50 in the drink.
Right.
Are you serious? Come on, man. So
yeah.
But okay, bro, I'm coming up. The whole thing behind like the DJing, and I do have a problem with that. I got a real problem with that because anybody with a laptop can call themselves a damn DJ.
Right.
But producer wise, they still got to put the work in.
Yeah.
2 minutes, y'all.
Okay, go ahead, man. Go ahead. Yeah, man. So yeah, man, it's crazy, man, how we had pretty much, like I say, man, we had to kind of do all of that. And then I'm gonna tell you, something else, Larry, even with the artists.
Yes, it's a different change in the way they want to do things.
Exactly. It's just like what we was talking about last week. Like, bro, we had to physically pay $25 an hour.
You know
what I'm saying? To find a studio that was cheap.
Yeah.
And then record the demo, send it in,
and all that. Then we had to wait and all of that to see if it was. So now they got everything.
Right, man. Yeah, we was talking about how the artists kind of, even them, how they got it kind of easy. Back in the day, even for me to reach you, Cooley, I had to pay $25 to go to a recording studio somewhere.
Exactly.
And mainly the ones that were, I don't know if y'all remember, but it was the one that was down in the underground.
Yeah, I remember that.
They had, but matter of fact, when Underground first opened, they had a studio and it was $25 an hour.
Yeah. You go down there,
go down there and record your demo. So we had to make a beat and record the vocals within 1 hour.
Yeah,
exactly.
And then bring it home and have my DJ, Crazy Rock. He added some cutting and scratching on top of it to make it. Exactly. Then we send it in to a record company like the Itchabun. And then pray to God that Ian call us back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was crazy like that, man. And but now, man, these cats, man, and we didn't have no money, man, for to freaking do no dang on videos, man.
Exactly. I mean, it's like it's like you got an iPhone, a camera or something, and you go out there in the street and just do a video.
Yeah, exactly.
And they actually get some artists, they get put on, they get signed for that,
Yeah.
So it's easier. Okay.
Yeah. What's up, Dixie?
Yeah. So I want to ask you another question, Cooley. So in your thoughts, man, what do you feel about the hip hop industry in Atlanta now? And do you think, I wanted to ask, what do you think about Atlanta being now kind of the hip hop mecca?
Long overdue, man.
Yeah.
We have led the way in every fight, bro. Long overdue.
Yeah.
And rightfully so. This generation, man, I think this generation is a real dope generation. I would have loved to see it happen a little bit earlier. But Atlanta deserved it. We are trendsetters. And if you look at it, not only is it well deserved, Atlanta has reshaped the sound of hip hop around the damn world. You cannot tell where any artist is from right now. Everybody sound like
hey, ain't that the truth?
you know.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Man,
you're right.
Each region had their own sound. In New York, from the Bronx to Brooklyn to Long Island and all, they even had their own sound. Nobody sounded the same. West Coast had their sound. The Dirty South, Atlanta had their sound. Florida, Texas had their sound. You know what I'm saying? Memphis had their own sound. Now everybody sound like Atlanta.
Yeah. So
we always had that damn flavor, man. Listen how we talk, dog. You know,
exactly.
We're a little more proper. Man, you gonna get some dudes out the bluff, man. Listen how they talk, man. It's just so much flavor in Atlanta, man.
Yeah. You know, so on that, sorry to cut you off, but on that, what are your thoughts about hip hop as a whole today? You know, how do you feel about that? You know,
I got mixed feelings. I think I think it needs to go back to, you know, it needs to be more than one sound.
Exactly.
2020, 2021, you know, with people like City Girls and Megan Thee Stallion and even Cardi B, they're winning and they're changing up the sound. Migos is kind of changing up the sound. They'll go back and forth to different styles and, you know, different tempos. Instead of just being in that one lane, they're kind of opening up again. You know, Mustard, DJ Mustard over in Cali, he brought a different sound. So, but it's not enough.
Right.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And me as still DJing, and I'm filling up my hard drive with the same ish that in a month I gotta delete because it ain't no good. You know what I'm saying? After about 2 weeks, especially when I was in the strip club, after a week, done.
It's done. And that's I think that's what a lot of artists today. That's what it is, you know, because like you said before, it's a lot of art now. They sounding alike.
Yes.
You know, you can't really decipher one rapper from the next because they kind of sounding the thing, you know, they skip and man, you know, and all that stuff. Everybody,
them ad-libs, man.
You know, unless you come on there kind of unique, you know, like maybe Young Thugger or something like that. But then, you know, you don't have, you can't. I know I can't. I'm like, who is that? That sounds like such and such, you know. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
and all that.
And that's kind of my only real gripe. And then my other gripe is, you know, and it shows in the music and the entertainment, but it's really us. You know what I'm saying? How we separate each other and we go against each other. And what I'm talking about, man, is if you're a generation apart, man, we don't listen to each other. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing that us seasoned veterans can tell these young guys. You know what I mean? That they want to hear. And kind of, and kind of no, because everybody still needs some guidance. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
There's a lot of trouble that they get into that they can avoid if they had some OGs on their team to tell them, hey, listen, man, that's some dumb shit you about to get into, man. You need to slow your roll, homie. That's going to lead you to this and that's going to lead to that. Because why we know we've been through it. It's the same shit, different day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Exactly.
So that's in our community.
Right.
And it shows in music, and especially hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because hip hop is straight up from the gutter.
That's right.
No
exactly.
If you feel that way, you're going to say it that way. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Music, man, and it's from the heart and it's from your struggle. And I get that part. But at the same time, you got to have somebody, man, who can pull you back into, hey, man, be careful, dog.
Yeah, don't do that, man.
Yeah, don't go too far with it.
Yeah.
Right.
So those are my gripes. But here's my pros. The money is there. Without the money.
Yeah.
We have evened the playing field and cut out the middleman.
Exactly.
The whole thing behind the middleman was tricking the hell out of us.
Right.
2000.
Yeah.
They ain't tricking these young cats, man.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
They ain't with it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I like them, and I love what's going on. I would like to see a little more diversity. I would love to see unity within us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we got something to say. And older rappers, man, they still sound good.
Yeah,
You know
actually they sound better than some of these young rappers.
Well,
you know?
Everybody that rap can't rap now. Let's just be honest.
That's right.
Everybody that rap back then couldn't damn rap, man. There's a lot of things I did not like.
Right,
so,
right.
But the continuation is, it's not. They say the business is what 90% business, 10% talent.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
10% talent. If they can out hustle us, they're gonna be on top.
Oh, they're gonna be on top. Yeah, exactly.
Whether they sound good, whether they got the skills or not, they got the hustle. So we got to get to them, man. So I'm not mad at the hustle. I'm not mad at that at all. I would love for them to, put a little bit more into it. Lil Baby is one of my favorite rappers today.
I like him. I like him.
He's dope, man. You know
what
I'm saying?
Yeah, he's real dope.
More little cats to look out for, man. But at the same time, man, there's room in hip hop for the seasoned and the young.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly right, man. Now I'm gonna go back. I know we ain't got but a few more minutes, but you know me, man. They call me old school shorty, so I like to go back. Okay, so you did Kilo Show Me Love, right?
Mm-hmm.
You also did Ghetto Drop.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I like man. Hey,
man, that was two of the songs that anytime I DJ'd a lot of middle school parties, mainly for my little brother and sister them school when they was in. And those two songs, I know them kids gonna hit that dance floor ASAP. You know what I'm saying? You know. Now working with Kilo, was it a challenge? Or I mean, we hear stories.
I heard a couple of stories, real.
Hey, man. So, was it a challenge working with a man, or talk to me about being in the studio with Kilo, man.
Hey, man, Kilo Ali is a different breed, man. He is a true artist, bro.
Right.
A challenge is an understatement, dog. And I would like for you to interview him and let him tell the story of Ghetto Drop. Because
wow.
Kilo almost went to blows that night, man.
What?
Over Ghetto Drop.
Wow.
What happened, man? Talk to me.
We was going through the song, man, and if anybody knows the recording process, man, is take after take after take after take.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And his voice started going out, man. I was like, man, take 5 minutes, man, get some water, man. Nah, I got it. I'm engineering and producing it, but I'm engineering it too.
Yeah, wow. You can hear.
Dog, and I'm stopping and I'm starting and starting. He's fucking up the same damn probably the second verse. I'm like, dude, your voice going out, man. You sounding crummy, man. Let's just take a break, man. Get you some water, man. Let's get some hot tea in you, man. You know, calm your voice back down, man. Like, nah, nigga, I got this, man. Who you talking to, man?
Yeah. Right.
You're not talking to me, dog.
Right.
I'm talking to you, man. Just press D. Then he got cocky. Just press record button, man. That's all you do. You just hit record. I got
it. Man, what?
Hey, man, I came out of my seat then, dog. Like, dude, you fucking with the right one tonight.
That's right.
So he walked out, man. My partner Speck and my brother Hank got in between us, man. And Kilo all in the background, just swelling up, man. Come on, Nick, come on. Man, I'm gonna do you tonight, dog. Don't play with me.
For real, man.
So, wow. A few minutes, man. I became the bigger man, and he became the bigger man. We went outside, man, and we chopped it up. and we became like the best of friends after that, man.
Wow, that's what's
Yeah,
up,
That's
man.
good.
But
Yeah,
but
that's
it took that, man. He's so kilo. He's so arrogant. He's so into himself, and he's a low key. He's a low key. He is a star. All right,
Right.
but he was scared to go any higher. He was in his comfort zone. He didn't really want to be the star he is. You know what I mean? And and I think that I mean, if you heard the story when he set his house on fire, that was after he got to deal with Interscope through organized noise.
Right.
And it just got to be too much for him, man. He had a nice little lump sum of money, man. The first time seeing that kind of money. He's still a young cat, man, and bought a nice big house, had the cars, and had the people around him who didn't mean him no good, feeding them drugs. And he did it on purpose, man, to escape it, man. So, like I say, most people that have that gift, they got those demons. You know what I mean?
Right.
And but some kind of way they can overcome it.
Right.
He couldn't.
Wow.
You know, and I hadn't talked to him in a while, man, but he's still the same kilo.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Dang, man. The Hard Boys. Did you have? Now, let me tell you something funny. I don't think I ever told this story, but Grady High, right? We in class one day. Somehow, you know, I was a jokester in school. All I did was crack jokes and stuff, man. So one day, I got sent to the principal's office, of course. So when you get sent to Dr. Adger's office, it's this little room to the side that he'll put you in. And 9 times out of 10, you ain't the only one that have got sent to that office at that particular time. So I'm in the room, it's me, a guy named Kenneth Abercrombie, and a guy named Daryl Gilbert.
Yep.
Yes. So Daryl Gilbert, we're just talking about rap. You know, we talking about music. So Daryl Gilbert just started talking about hey man, Raheem the Dream, man. Raheem the Dream. He just started singing and and we just talking about all these artists and stuff, all these local artists. You know, I'm into Run DMC and the Dana Danes and all that. But he talking about all these local artists and all this stuff. I'm looking on TV one day. Now, actually, I'm riding down 5 Points. I actually caught the bus from school. I'm downtown doing some shopping, finna go to Walters maybe. I see the big billboard. You remember they had that big billboard?
Yeah.
The Atlanta Hard Boys. The ATL Hard Boys. Yeah. So
they had the metal
had the metal face. I couldn't see. Exactly. Exactly. So Arnell Star comes on, and I'm looking in the video. R.I.P. Arnell Star, and the video groupies come on, and I'm looking at this bow-legged, pigeon-toed dude walking, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's Gilbert. This man is in the hard Baltimore, straight out of Techwood, you know, and man, it just blew me away, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I know those 3 cats came from 3 of the roughest neighborhoods in Atlanta, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, did you have any challenges working with them, or was it business, or how was it working with the Hard Boys, man?
Hey, man, it was family, man.
Right.
You know, I knew Daryl. His grandmother lived in Ben Hill. So I knew Daryl and his brother growing up. I met Kerry and I met Charles later, like Roy Cena and KT.
Okay, and gotcha.
Kerry, KT, I'm talking about, man, a master with that pen, man.
Yes, he was.
He'll just hit me up. Hey, man, check this out, man. Just check this out. Just flow.
Yeah. Right.
Roy C, same work ethic, same fool with that pen. So,
right.
My work ethics and me being on them beats, man, and just exploring different things, man, I could do with the SB 1200 at the time.
Right.
We just locked in. You know what I'm saying? They didn't mind me experimenting with the sound for them until we found that sound. Because, you know, we went through sounds before we came with the gangster stuff. They always been street, but we always had, because we didn't have a blueprint. You know what I mean? That was really undefined. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like the day where you can say, okay, man, you know, Migos hitting and all right, cool, man. That's the sound in the club. Let's go for that. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no sound that they were supporting on our local radio stations supporting, other than a Raheem every now and then. You know what I mean? I don't even think Shy D got the radio play in Atlanta that he should have got. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So just finding our way. And I think we probably bumped heads, man, like brothers do, man, a couple times. They got into a few arguments and whatnot, but nothing so severe that we fell out.
Right.
And so when Dave and Joe took interest in the Hard Boys and, you know, started supporting the project and put them out, man, we was there, man. We lived in a house in Lithonia, so we worked day and night. You know, I had another group that was coming behind them, man. They was really gonna set them on fire, man.
Okay.
What's the name of the group?
Boys, we proved that we had what it takes. With them, they was gonna sculpture the whole new sound. You know what I mean?
What's the name of the group?
This group is called Mafioso.
Oh wow.
And Mafioso had Lil Chris, Big Run, and what was Red Chris' name? Lil Red. And the other thing, nigga, man, they was characters, dog. Like, to me, and the company was called Answer Entertainment, AEI.
Okay.
It was the blueprint for somebody like a No Limit.
Wow.
You know? Because on top of the Hard Boys, we had a known group that got signed to them called Basic Black. And
Mucho them.
Okay.
And they was like Spec, Mucho, KB, Big Diesel, rest in peace. He passed away last year.
That's right. That's right. RP.
They was just polished R&B artists, man. You know what I'm saying? So AEI had a nice little powerhouse, man. And I think Jesus is gonna said as Jesus' cousin. And I've heard he was talking about doing a movie on them.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
He should. Yeah.
He should. It's some interesting things that went on back then, man, that old Atlanta and new Atlanta, they hustlers what? Scamming? Old Atlanta.
Right. Yeah.
That's right.
There's a major difference in the hustle.
Exactly. I think that
both getting it out the mud, so you know what I'm saying. I can't knock them. That new Atlanta doing white collar crimes. Hell, we should. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let me not say that.
That's right, man.
But, you know, and I know you all can identify, man. We kind of need where I am today, man. Is really kind of guiding our youth. You know, to something more positive, something more that's less devastating to our community, that will help us, you know, to rise above everything that we've been through and continue to go through. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you looked at the shenanigans that went on a week or two ago, there is no way in the holy hell we would get away with a fraction
of that.
That other society gets away with.
That's right.
You know what I mean? But that all boils back down to it's not that society fault. It really bounces back on us and what we need to do for each other. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm about, man. You know, reaching out to our youth, helping them, guiding them, and helping us. You know what I mean? Because, it's not over for us. You know what I'm saying? We still got something that we can share with them. You know what I mean? They have something that they can share with us. And we can move forward. We are the only group of people that don't see the value in ourselves, man. You know what I mean?
You're exactly right about that.
That we overcame. That we can share. So they can overcome. They don't have to go through the same thing, the struggles that we went through. They can push forward. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's my message for today. That's what I really want to get out, man.
Salute, man.
Beautiful, and we're gonna do that.
Right.
But at the same time, man, us as a community, we got to tighten it up, man.
Exactly. Well, man, I want to say that I am happy to have you on the show and everything, man. It's great, man. I'm learning some stuff, and I'm an engineer, recording engineer, stuff like that. So my question to you now is, like we asked before about the artist, but my question to you now is, as a producer, engineer, and everything, do you think it was harder for us back in the day or easier for the producers now? I mean, what are your takes on now and before as far as being a producer and engineer? You think it's easier now than it was back then, or vice versa or whatnot?
It was definitely harder for us back then. You got hardware. You're not dealing with software. There was no computer, no internet, right?
Exactly.
So you had to go buy the hardware before you even knew how to work the hardware. So the desire was there. However you got it.
Right.
Yeah.
Punch the clock and saved your money. It took months, man, for you to actually be able to get just one piece.
Right.
And we're talking about a drum machine.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
MCC 3000 cost $3,000.
Exactly.
We ain't talking about the keyboards you had to go
Right.
There was no controller. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You had to go get an actual keyboard. And whatever keyboard it was that you seen that you can afford was still not affordable, right? We're talking about thousands of dollars being invested in hardware even before you get started. That's going back to your mama house probably.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then when you actually start producing your beats, right? And then getting your artists ready and y'all practicing, now you're ready to go to a recording studio.
That's what you call go to the basement.
Yeah. Or the bedroom, or the
at my mama house.
wherever you got it in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even if it's at your buddy's house, man, who got the equipment.
Right.
Exactly.
And so you put your songs together and you ready. Now you got to go buy studio time. And like Pat said earlier, the cheapest studio was probably $25. But if you wanted the real deal, you had to go buy a $150 2-inch reel.
Exactly.
3 songs.
Right.
I remember reels, man.
Recorder.
Right.
And your drum machine and your keyboards might take us 16 tracks. So you had 8 tracks to play with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So no,
then you had to split and splice and all.
Yeah, it is definitely easier. So like late 90s, you started getting into the ADATs and prices started dropping down.
Right.
You start getting into your Pro Tools. But Pro Tools for something that was equivalent to a Digi 001 was still $15,000.
Wow.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So,
You're right.
So now I can go online, man, and I can download Reasons, Fruity Loops, Ableton, Studio One, and I can use my computer speakers and come out the headphone jacks into some speakers, and I can use a USB microphone that probably cost me $50. And I can go on YouTube if I don't have a producer. And
just boom.
Just download and just be niggering, download it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you got all kind of little plugins that you can put on the track after you record it to make it sound big.
Right.
Hey, man, put on the USB drive. Hey, man, play my stuff, man.
Right.
Man, put on YouTube and you're going viral.
You going viral.
None of that. None of that.
None of that.
You had to beat the concrete.
Exactly.
Find somebody who has some money.
The trunk of your car kind of
posters,
stuff.
flyers, CDs because I think by 2000, 2001 is when they started the CD burn. No, it was a little bit earlier when they started the CD burnings. But they was too expensive to buy, so you had to pay to do that, dog.
Yeah,
you had to pay somebody to make your labels. You had to pay somebody to do your artwork. You know
right.
what I'm saying? Now, it's on their phone.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I think, I got software that is on the phone.
I got an app that I love, man. It's called Beat Maker 3. And this is what I use when I'm in the bed, man. $25, dog. It does everything except
Wow.
That's tight, man. So what do you have for like the up and coming producers, you know, like this out here now? And we just talked about, you know, it's easy for them, more easier for them than it was for us back then, because we just explained what all we had to do, how much we had to spend and everything. So it's actually more easier now, I think, for the producers now. So what do you have for the up and coming producers? What you got to say about those?
Well, I would say, man, it is easier to create. It's hard to separate yourself from the next man. So they still have to work hard, grind, and hustle. Because what this new technology has done, it opened up the floodgate for anybody.
For anybody. But it's a lot of competition.
Yeah. So the competition, man, even though they leveled the playing field as far as, man, you know, being able to do it, to be able to stand out, that's a whole different ball game. And I would say, man, you know, it's kind of survival of the fittest, but it's not. It's survival of the ones who want it the most. It's survival of the ones that grind the hardest. You know what I'm saying? So keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? You never know who's gonna hear what you got. You never know who's gonna, you know, pick up on your channel, man. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us, even me, we throw in the towel. We be like, man, this ain't really gonna work, man. Dang, man, what is it that I'm not doing? But I am doing it. And I'm not getting results out of it, man. Maybe this ain't for me. Yes, it's for you. You know what I'm saying? Claim it. And the one thing that Pat opened up with, man, give thanks to God, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Put God for everything you do.
That's right.
And the next thing I'm gonna say, don't get into that dumb shit, man.
That's
you know,
right.
Yeah.
Real steppers and all that good stuff. No. I don't know where that got.
Right. That's right.
People that are openly saying they're gonna kill people that step to their ass.
Right.
Don't step to your own kind. Don't step to that man that's in line right there at the gas station, man, trying to buy some damn snacks and put some gas in this car, man, just because he looked at you, what you consider is funny. You know what I'm saying? That you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Step to the ones that don't mind stepping back to your ass. And they don't look like you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we gonna let the dumb shit go. And we gonna embrace our craft and we gonna push forward. That's what I would have to say to the young.
Right.
Okay, I want to ask another question. I know we asked y'all the question, but I was just thinking as we were talking. You know, we probably talked about it a little bit in earlier, but the studios and stuff. You know, Atlanta, like we said, Atlanta has become kind of like the mecca of music. So you got a lot of these studios around here and everything. But the thing of it is that every now and again you hear, "Oh, this studio been shot up." You know, this artist has been killed, or and it's, you know, at this studio and everything, and then, you know, it's like Lucci. Why I'm in Lucci? I just seen that he was on the news for, like, he might be getting a murder charge. So I mean, I think it's messed up, but I mean, how do you feel about what's going on with that now, as far as these artists, even though these artists are bunking. I say bunking, but they out there, man, and they could choose other avenues. You know what I'm saying, and build other platforms than just be trying to be gangster. I guess I don't know what it is. You know. So how do you feel about that,
man? I'm not familiar with the case of YFN and Lucci. I really just think that when you bring that gang mentality and that gang lifestyle into an artful music is unifying. First of all, it's a language that breaks the barrier of all languages. So to bring a gangster mentality and to bring in a gangster lifestyle, and when I say gangster, that's not even gangster. That Al Capone was gangster.
Yeah.
They had businesses.
Yeah.
They would go into violence if need be. Right.
Exactly.
But they were business owners.
Yeah, organized.
There you go.
Organized.
And they would get they low level, which they call thugs, to go out there and to do the dumb shit that they didn't want to get their hands bloody.
And didn't have no connection to them, you know.
Didn't have no connection, no love for them.
Exactly.
They was what you call in the army expendable. You know, so we put out there to kill and be killed. So bringing that mentality of what you think is a gangster into a business that ain't based on that. You know what I'm saying? You had a few people that went in that direction. And they ended up the way they ended up. But you got more young people. And that's why I go back to, this is why you need OGs on your team.
Right.
To help stop you from doing that bringing that mentality into this business. You got a lucrative, and it's more lucrative today. Well, it was lucrative then, but we didn't see it. They actually see it. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing, man, is change the way you think, change your approach in this business, man. Go as far as you can. Leave that street shit to the streets.
Exactly.
Bring it in. You bring it in. This is what happens. You throw everything that you work so hard.
Salute, man. Salute.
You just throw it away, and for what, man? You know what I'm saying? So that bothers me. It does, man. And we have never lost that many artists, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? To dumb stuff, man. To senseless crimes and shootings.
Right.
So where's the love in our craft, man? Where's the love in our music? Because I got daughters, right? Young daughters.
We have to bring it back.
And I switched to stations that aren't playing the hip hop, and their message in the music ain't nothing like the message in ours. Ours is just disrespectful. Young Bill is disrespectful. There is no balance. Go back to the Hard Boys. There was a balance because outside of Mission to Nowhere, we had a song called Death Row.
That's right.
And this is what happens when this happens, and we need to do this and do that.
We need to do that.
Right. NBA had outside of I can't think of the titles right now. They had an offset, so it was always something that'll bring you back to, man. You know, we do this, but this is what we want. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Ain't no offset. There's nothing that puts you back into something positive for your community.
Right.
That's what we missing. Now, I will say this: Lil Baby did do it.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. I like the way. At first, I didn't really. It took me a minute to catch on to Lil Baby, but after a while, I liked it, and I liked the way he went. I like where he went and where he's going. You know,
if you ever just watch Lil Baby and his moves, man, you'll see this little dude is a smart little dude, man. He calculates, man, and he's not really. He rose above where he came from, and I think he's gonna have some state power, man. I like him. I like him a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? Right. Even talking about not being wasteful with his money.
Right.
being an investor with his money.
Right.
Exactly.
Correct.
Like these young people need to pay attention to that dude. So if they don't pay
Right.
attention to us, cool. That's cool. But you
Right.
got another dude, man, who has an older soul, who knows,
Right.
he probably got an OG, who
Right.
knows what to do
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
how to
Right.
handle his business, man. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
that's what we do. We need to get back to that, man. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
We didn't lose artists like we lost. You know, Tupac and Biggie was the biggest tragedies we had in hip hop.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
Right.
and that's two from, you know, East Coast, West Coast wars, you know what I'm saying? And then having
Right.
that gang shit involved too, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
This shit is just criminal.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
Right. You're right
I'm trying
about
to see
that.
if you're trying to clout chase, just being a damn criminal minded, is that the way you make it? Is that what it
Exactly.
takes today?
Right.
Yeah.
Out of
You know
control,
what I'm saying?
man. Out of control.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
It is. It
Yeah.
is.
But it gotta stop, man, because like them
Yeah.
are babies. You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying? Those are
That's right.
nieces, nephews, sons, daughters, man, little cousins. You know what I'm saying?
That's
And
right.
if we don't step in and be proactive, you know what I'm saying, something not damning, because they got it.
Right.
They figured it out. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? They
Exactly.
figured it out.
Mhm.
They kind of did it without us. You know what I'm saying? They
Right.
kinda,
Right.
with
Yeah.
and without, they looked at the blueprint and were like, man,
It ain't
Right.
supposed
like this. And it worked. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
It worked. Right. You had cat. Yeah.
But you
Go
got
ahead.
a cat to go from $1 to $1 million with nothing, without a plan.
Exactly.
That's self-destruction, dog.
Yeah. Big time.
Yeah. Yep.
He'll be broke. He'll be broke in less than a year.
In less
Yeah,
than a
yeah.
year. And then and because it felt so good doing anything to get back
Right.
to that.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're right, man. Let me ask you this, man. We got to wrap up and close out. Is there any new projects you working on right now? What shall the people be looking out from Cooley Stevens?
I'm actually working with Lil Chris from the organization.
Okay.
His project, he's actually producing his own project.
Wow.
So saving
Wow.
and record it. I'm looking for new artists. I did, I would say probably about 2013, man. I went to 2012. I started doing EDM music. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? Yeah, because I love the beats. I ain't like
Right.
lyrics. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I had to find an avenue that fits me, and it fits me
Yeah.
jammed up because me as a DJ. But I
Right.
gravitated because hip hop is in our soul. Gravitated back to hip hop. And
Right.
I'm gonna give a shout out to this one girl, man. Her name is KK Diamond, man. And
Okay.
if you ever get a chance to listen to her stuff, man, she lives here. She's from Florida, and
Okay.
she is a very talented young lady that has a song that she's working with now and is breaking ground. She's doing it herself, straight up independent, but she's doing what it takes. But she is, and the women are winning. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
They are.
Female
They
rappers.
are.
This has been the biggest 2-3 years of female rappers, and she
Right.
can't slide right in. So yeah,
Right.
I'm looking for rappers back in the yo. As a matter of fact, I'm in my yo right now, and that's it, man. We're just gonna keep it pushing, bro. And on top of that, I have not forgotten, Pat.
I got
we
you.
got to get together, man, with our youth, man, at the center, and put
Yes,
something
sir.
together, man. Put a program together for them, man.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. I'm with it.
Let them,
I'm
the
with it.
future's bright, man.
That's
Yeah.
right. I'm with it, man.
I'm with you, man. Hey, listen, I need good. I'm an okay engineer. You know what I'm saying? That's not my forte. You know what I'm saying? Anytime, man, I need you.
Yes, sir. Well, that's what Dixie Trio for. He one of the best engineers, man, and you know he like I say, he started off over at Red Zone with us.
Yeah.
And you know, so he stood in there with Laney and Tricky them and learned the boards.
Yeah.
And,
Tough.
yes, sir. B Love and all those cats, man. So he got his own studio now, and
okay,
you know, and speaking of going back to the old school, he one of the cats you can call to record, you know, your stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
To anybody that's out there listening, man, he got very reasonable rates. You know what I'm saying? And you know, so
old damn entertainment.
Hey, man, that's right, man. So, man, we sure appreciate you for coming on, Cooley, man. For real, we gotta have you back.
Exactly,
man. We gotta have you back, man.
Great to have you on the show, man. It was
wonderful.
Y'all,
man. It was a pleasure.